Before epically burst into the world of cinema as the legendary Terminator, Schwarzenegger had to tweak the experience of filming in less iconic projects. One of these was Hercules in New York, a little naive, unpretentious, fantasy comedy without special frills. Arnie himself even admitted that he was ashamed of his contribution to this picture, and jokingly suggested that FBI agents to use this movie as a subtly cruel torture for particularly dangerous criminals. Still, this is the baggage of knowledge, the first step to success. After all, you had to start somewhere. That's exactly where Arnold began his progression to the subsequent rise of a deafening movie career, in the distant 1969 on The Movie Maker. Director Arthur Seidelman, a genius idea. Why not transfer the famous demigod in modern realities? That's when the work on Hercules began. The script was quickly put together, locations were picked up, the only thing left was to find the main character. There was a question: who can perfectly fit into the image of a brutal character from ancient myths? And then Arthur turned to Joe Vader. In those days, Joe was considered the best trainer of mighty champions, so the guy who runs the biggest bodybuilding competitions could certainly find a suitable candidate. Joe pointed to Arnold, who was pulling iron at that moment, and said, "That big fellow is just what you need." Arthur took one look at the Austrian oak and made up his mind. And only casually asked, "Can he play?" On what he was given out that Arnold in his homeland has already had time to appear on stage as Hamlet. This, of course, was pure irony, but Seidelman, apparently, fell for it. Then Arnold called his idol, Reg Park, one of the great bodybuilders of the mid-20th century, who played Hercules in the early 60s, and said that Arnie without question agreed to the role. Plus, Schwarzenegger's agent Schwarzenegger, Napel, Seidelman knew that his ward has already performed on the theatrical stage. That's how Arnold got his first job in the movie, which brought him $12,000, at that time just unheard of fee. Moreover, and for an inexperienced pioneer, lucky guy, our Arnie, the first time such a lot of money to snatch. But money is money, it came and went. You have to work for your name to make it work for you. But only Arnold did not care about this issue. To glorify his family name, he then did not really want to, and so he easily agreed when the director suggested that he replace the cumbersome Schwarzenegger in the credits with the capacious but very appropriate Strong. In addition to his good name, Arnold also had to give up his own voice. The thing is that he had only recently come to conquer America, and you can't get rid of a catchy Austrian accent so easily and quickly. Speech Arnold too much beat in the ears, cut the ear, and then the director put a man with a clear American pronunciation on the re-recording. Later, when Arnold proved his coolness and became mega popular, the producers released a special edition, demolishing the dubbing and leaving everything as it was in the original.
He wants to be paid for driving Hercules in this chariot?
That's the idea, Mac.
My name is Hercules.
Hercules, Michaelis, give me the dough.
Bucks? Dough? What is this zoological talk about male and female animals?
He want to be paid for driving Hercules in the chariot?
That's the idea, Mac.
My name is Hercules.
Hercules, Michaelis, give me the dough.
Box? Dough? What is this zoological talk about male and female animals?
Seidelman shot Hercules for only 2 months and invested in his brainchild about $300,000, but how much he managed to earn, the story is silent. Viewers in theaters attracted to the cinemas significantly. One poster with an appeal to look at the most powerful and muscular Hercules in the history of cinema did not leave anyone indifferent, and such allure was true. Arnold at that moment was at his best, so to speak, his pristine form. Unremarkable power in all its glory. Young Arnie really impressed with his immense musculature, but then, for subsequent roles, he had to drop a little muscle mass to look more like a normal person, not a machine for destruction. Seidelman, to all appearances, had originally planned to present the public with a light, unthinking picture with no pretensions to a masterpiece. He also wanted to call it as funny as possible, but the original version of Hercules Flies for Bananas decided to abandon. As a result, in all world rentals the movie was called Hercules in New York. And only France went its own way, dubbing it simply Hercules. Aubrey Weisberg is the man who composed this simple story, in which the mighty son of Zeus decided to descend from Olympus to the world of mortals, but only the scriptwriter confused a little, mixing all in a pile, both Roman mythology and Greek, with his easy hand. Hercules and Juno for some reason were drawn into the events at the same time with Zeus and Nemesis. As if nothing terrible, but still these are characters from completely different mythologies and legends. After filming, Arnold took a rather long break and completely immersed himself in bodybuilding, only occasionally appearing on television or in movies. All his time he zealously honed the form and pumped muscles to perfection. And for good reason. A year later, when he was only 23, Schwarzenegger received his first worthy award. Arnold took first place and became Mr. Olympia at the international bodybuilding competitions in New York, and saddled himself with an unfading fame that has not subsided to this day.
Bodybuilding is a great sport. Because bodybuilding doesn't destroy you like some boxing where people punch and stab each other in the face. Bodybuilding is a recreational sport. It's a sport where you really train every muscle in your body. By bodybuilding, you begin to feel and understand your body better. Your mind and body form a strong bond. And it's a perfect match. It turns out that a healthy body is a healthy spirit. And everybody knows that. That's why bodybuilding is the best and healthiest sport. Many people think that bodybuilding is narcissism, because you spend a lot of time in front of the mirror. But it isn't. Because a bodybuilder looks in the mirror a lot, for the same reason a pylon dancer does. They check their progress in front of the mirror. In the mirror, the bodybuilder sees which muscle he needs to pump and sees if the exercise is correct or not, and this is checked only in the mirror.
Seidelman shot Hercules exclusively on his own, without turning to any of the film companies. It was his personal, independent project, and yet, as the years passed, the copyright on the movie zeroed, and in 2010, Hercules was on a popular online auction eBay trading platform set then the price tag of $250,000. For many there was a unique chance to literally for pennies to snatch a rare, exclusive product with a very young Arnold Schwarzenegger, who in a few years will achieve incredible success. The winner of the auction, the lucky buyer no one will remember, but specifically at the moment the rights to the picture belonged to the company Netflix. Hercules in New York, a grotesque, rambling creation, but not without notes, and although this movie did not shake the world community, in the end it was he who gave us a wonderful, legendary and great, in every sense, actor. Everyone starts small. What if Schwarzenegger had refused to take part in a questionable project? Then maybe the world wouldn't have seen such Hollywood masterpieces as Terminator, Commando, Predator, and many other Arnie movies. Who knows? Blessed is the moment when an Austrian kid during the World Weightlifting Championships saw the illustrious Soviet champion Yuri Vlasov up close and lit up with the idea of becoming as strong as him. History is defined by such moments. Many critics said that it was a miracle that after such a colorless game, Arnold's career in the movie did not end. Despite the failure in the debut, one thing became clear to Arnold: shooting in the movie corresponded to his inner self and the desire for fame. Hercules in New York owes its fame only to Arnold Schwarzenegger.